Hello everybody, this is your host Moses Miller Mayat, and this is Amateur Thinking. What we are going to do here today is, I've got something prepared on the board and we're just going to discuss it and see how it goes. So please contribute, let's see how it goes. Basically what happens is, in the world today, we've been suffering from a lot of problems, and I've listed a few of them since the dawn of our existence to date. We've obviously had problems with poverty all over the place in the world, in Africa, in India, abject poverty, and in other parts of the world. We've suffered from wars, terrorism, and obviously as a result of, because of this wars and poverty and terrorism, these things causes a lot of displacement of people. You end up having mass migrations, and then because of the mass migration and the effects of it, usually in so many different ways, it ends up giving us problems with economies, such that we have economic downturns, where things used to be good and then suddenly they change and then the prices go down and so on. Then also we have the other issue with climate, obviously resulting from anthropogenic reasons. But then again, there is other problems that so many people are tending not to believe it. So there is a controversy in that area. It's becoming like a religion, so to speak. Now, the other thing I want you to see here is all economies, the way all economies run in the world generally, they run on this mathematical model of where, if we take this axis to be the x-axis, and on it I plot productivity, and I've listed a number of things on productivity in the world or in a country or in a nation generally. Things like food, drinks and farming, agriculture, farming, producing animals, animal products and so on, and farm products, housing, obviously, transportation, cars, trains, aeroplanes, and the transport system. Then there are other sectors like the financial sector, banking, and the financial systems, transactions in money and so on. And then there's things like mass media, BBC, CNN, YouTube, and so on. Then computers, and the list is long. Just like this one, the problems that we face in the world. The list is also longer than this, but I've just mentioned just but a few. This productivity is usually run, if you run it against the profit, as in this case, you will end up with a graph that looks like this. And for those of us who are not very conversant with mathematics, this is very simplified. Don't worry about it. This is simple. Basically, what this means is, the more of something that you produce on this axis, as you can see, the axis is going up. That means the more money it is you make, or the more profitable it is for you. So there is an incentive for you to produce a large number in terms of both quality and quantity, in order for you to maximize your profits. When you plot a graph of this, of your product against the price or the profit, you usually get a line like this generally. You may get other lines that go in that direction like that, or in that direction, or in that direction, but they're all following the same equation. And the equation is very simple as well. It's the equation y is equals to x. That's basically what it means. It means there is a direct proportionality between your productivity and the profit that you make. And all economies in the world run on this model generally. Everywhere you go in the world, it generally runs like this. Now that system of running things like this for everything, in as far as this discussion is concerned, has got a bit of a problem. And that's what I want us to try and see here. On these three things: health, education, and security. And in security, I've included things like the army, the police, and secret services. For example, I've included these three. Now, why specifically this one is because these things have got a negative element it has on human beings, on us humans. For example, it should be obvious for you to sell ill health on a proportional basis on this graph. So in other words, like the pharmaceutical companies and the health areas, the more of unhealthy people, the more people are sick, the more money it is they make. That's sad. That's really sad. The same with security in terms of the army and police and secret services. So in other words, there is an incentive for you to create war because you will sell weapons. In other words, the more war we have, or the rumors of war, the more it is the price of money you will make because you're going to sell more weapons. That's sad. But unfortunately, that's the way things are. So, for the purposes of this discussion, what if for these three, what if for these three, health, education, and security, what if we do the opposite, the inverse of this one? So in other words, it will be y is equals to minus x. What if we do that? I'm sorry. This pen is not writing properly, that's why I've changed. What if we change and do the inverse? And that, ladies and gentlemen, that is one of the examples of the problems we have in the world, which is where we're held hostage by our own systems. We're held hostage by our own systems. Some of our systems, not held hostage by some of our systems. See? Now, if we changed it, if we did the inverse of that, what that simply means is the graph will go like that. Yeah? And then, in other words, the less of unhealthy people you have, the more money it is you make. Or the less of uneducated people, the more money it is you make. Or the less of war. The less of war, the more money it is you make. There's no reason why, for these three, for health, education, and security, there's no reason why the graph should go like this. The only reason why it's not going like, why we haven't done things like this, is because of dogma. It's because we're being held hostage by some of our own systems. There's absolutely no reason. And if there is any take you have to take on today's discussion, that's what it is. For everything else, the graph can run like that. There's nothing wrong with that graph running like that for everything else. Let me just take out these lines so that I can make it just clear. Such that for health, education, and security, it will be like a complement to these other sectors. In order for you to run a very successful car manufacturing company or transport system, good housing, good farming systems, good financial services, and all these computers and so on, in order for you to run these things efficiently and very successful, you need high education. Now, why do you put the inverse of education on this side, where such that you have less of educated people? How is this thing going to run efficiently? when we don't have educated people? How is this thing going to run efficiently when we don't have healthy people? So this is where we are held hostage by some of our own systems. This is one example of it. There's no reason. In fact, if we change for these three, for the system to run on this inverse proportionality curve, it is even better. You think about war, for example. Yeah? By perpetuating war, you have incentivized it by having war. But you can also perpetuate no war. Initially, it will be expensive, but eventually once you catch up with it, it will be very, very cheap. It will be something like this. Let me assume we start from, let's assume we start from somewhere here. So slowly the curve will go like this. And then eventually it will become exponential. So in other words, you're reducing the number of unhealthy people, and you're reducing the number of uneducated people, and you're reducing the quantity of war, and both the infrastructure and the things that go on in war. You know, things like the instrumentation, the war machinery. That means you'll be reducing. There will come a point where it will become exponential. And initially it will be difficult, but eventually once it reaches this exponential, it will mean you reach a point where your workload will almost come to, it is in negatives. You don't have to do anything. But you still, your money will not go away. Your profit will still be there for these three things. I do apologize. I'm a bit passionate about it, so I may not have explained it properly. But you must understand. I'm a bit passionate, nervous as well, because I hope you see the point. This is supposed to complement these things. So in other words, they have to be, how can you sell death? So that the more people die, the more money it is you make. Okay? Coffins for those coffin manufacturers. It should be like that. It should be the opposite. And it won't change your profit. Man created the system that goes like this for these three, and it's only man who will take it away. Nobody is going to help us to take us to this, for these three, to this system. Nobody, it's only us. This is as a matter of suggestion, please. It's just as a matter of suggestion. You look into it seriously, you see. It's very, very simplified. It's not, I've made it simple deliberately for us to see. You see? You see? So, then I put another problem here, firstborn mentality. We'll discuss this another time, but we'll leave that for now. We'll discuss that. So the takeaway for today, or for this video, is we are held hostage by some of our systems. And one of the things where we are being held hostage with our own system is our economic system, where things that are supposed to complement the y equals to x curve, those things are on the y equals to x curve. They're supposed to be on the y equals to minus x curve. They're supposed to work like this. So it will have a complementary effect on the productivity. You want healthy people. You don't want unhealthy people. You want educated people. You don't want war. So we have to sell no war. The thing here should be no war. The more no war, the more money. And if that can work just as good as the, in fact, it's even better, because initially it will be difficult, but eventually once it runs, that's the implication of this curve. You will even have to sit down, because by nature, human beings, we are peaceful. Almost by nature. I've used the word almost by nature, we are peaceful. Because nobody wants war. Nobody. Even those who rant on, no, let's go to war. Really, if you put him on the corner about it, you say, I don't want war. Because usually we make noise about war when we are a cocoon within other groups of people. But if you are on your own, you realize this thing is bad. War is bad. Killing other people is bad. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been your host, Moses Milamayat. I do apologize for some mistakes that I've made, but man, we created some of these problems, and man, we will be the ones who will take away some of these problems as well. Don't expect it to come from anywhere. Things are going to get better and better and better. And remember, fellow man is not the enemy. The enemy is the bad condition in which we are. And we will create a good condition. We will put man in a good, conducive atmosphere for man to live. Whoever has allowed us to be in this world has blessed us, or has gifted us, or has, by that chance of luck, given us a wealth of things. It will always be all right. This has been your host, Moses Milamayat.